Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person that lured Taylor that knife was in fact a fake Master Mask. What about... Okay, let's look around. It's been a little bit. What do I have here? Oh, that's the publicity photo. Yeah, you just get Master Mask there. That's not gonna help me here. They have the key card. I found a... Yeah, that was the security office. He works at the security office, yeah. That's his wallet. The blackmail letter. What does this say again? Photo of the storeroom entrance taken by the... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that why they put that in my evidence? Oh, hold on a second. There's... Is that... Yeah, what the hell? Is there anything else that's different? It's like... They're missing, He's missing a little chest piece there and... stuff. Everything else looks okay, but yeah, he's missing the chest piece, the little smiley face on the chest. I guess this is what I have to go with then. Let me just look at my first page. Camera data. That got me the picture, the calling card, that. Yep. I guess we'll go with this. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on. Use this pointer and show us just what about this is so peculiar. Boop, ba-doop. Chest area. It's like right there, I think. Right on the nipple. That's not a nipple. Whatever. It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have a piece of reference. I have a piece of reference I would like the court to look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? that is the publicity photo you bought this morning. That's exactly what I looked at. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the mask's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. Okay, of all the things, of all the stupid shit the judge has said, that is one of my favorite. Get my steed, bailiff, we need to leave. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. Clasp? I see now. But the Master Mask in the security camera photo... he has no brooch. And the brooch is the same as the emblem on Master Mask's calling card, and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Order. It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Large brooch. Huh. The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? That's Master Mask's brooch? Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean Atmey face statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rhonda Light's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Oh, this is not good. Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Okay. Gee, I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the bag. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Man down, man down. Huh. You mess with Godot? And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for Ace Detective to make his appearance. Huh? Hello, Ace Detective. 1 second, 1 drip of my coffee pot. Oh wait, what? I'm sorry, I got confused there. Wait, what? 1 second is 1 drip of my coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh. Silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atmey. Ace Detective and Rising Star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on the security detail. You've heard correctly. My specialty-made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. I guess 100 times 0 is still 0, so, I mean... If he was worth, like, 0.1, then it's still pretty shitty monocle. Huh. What was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. I wish he had like a little video camera recorder, like a video recorder in there, in his monocle. That'd be amazing. What I witnessed, alright. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the day changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts of my years of experience tell me. Huh, very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It's kind of weird in that little, on the little side, there's like the two faces appear, Godot's face. It's just, if they showed his nose or so, that'd be like, I don't know, the mask. What I witnessed, alright. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning after the day changed. Okay. So my nemesis, the infamous Master Mouse, instantly descended upon me. I actually want to press on this guy's statements just to get more dialogue out of him. So I'll just press on each one. Just because I want to hear about his battle with Master Mess and getting knocked out instantly. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So when you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I've tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that he never saw him at the crime scene. Precisely, that is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case... That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mess, descended upon me. Instantly descended. From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up upon me. It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. Huh. It's not very solid as far as the testimony goes. And that's definitely gonna be his weak point, I think. Let's see, with what we have right now. First of all, with this, what I'm thinking of is, found in, looks like it was torn off with some clothing, so there was a struggle. And it looked like there was a struggle in there, too. Or at least some stuff was riled up. So, I don't know about his testament. I don't know about that. I don't know about the whole, like, just getting knocked out right away business. However, fortunately, I had a third monocle, the security camera at the ready. I captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Huh, well. As long as this photo's wait, I need to check something. I'm sorry, Judge, I'm interrupting you in the middle of you talking. I'll be finished. I don't see a problem here. Okay. So it looks like he already has the urn right now. So this would be after he knocked him out. So there would have been this struggle already. When he lost his, his brooch. Yeah, so maybe it is what I'm thinking. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? I was gonna say, it's gonna be, like, really cool if he just nodded like that, and then it just, like, cut back to everybody else, just like, okay, then, and it did. I'm really happy it did that. Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Huh. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part... the wiring to the self-reflection part seemed to have been severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. How about this 30 minutes? My sliver cord was loosened. Wait, sliver cord? Wait, what? My silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of... What the fuck is he saying? Okay? Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I agree with Maya for once. It's very rare that I do, but I agree with Maya. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those... Thank you, Judge, yeah. Ask him what happened during the 30 minutes he was knocked unconscious. Great idea. This is gonna go wonderfully. No one can say, Your Honor. That bit of time has truly vanished into the time tear. I did not read that last word. My apologies. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question, why would he tell such an obvious lie? It's just okay, we're back to start. So, where was it? So him saying here, which one would it be? This is saying, yeah, this is him saying he was unconscious. It's approximately 1 o'clock. Nemesis, struck head, darkness. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the one he said he was unconscious at. Or the statement of him saying he was unconscious. And, yeah, let's go with the brooch, I guess. Mr. Atmey, could you take a look at this with your that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the master criminal, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, look at me. Detective Atmey, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false information is a serious crime. That everyone seems to do, apparently, in this game. No. Wait a moment. Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was confused because I was dealing with so many cases lately. A true measure of this man is in the amount of work he does. Oh, wait, let me repeat. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I look at me, agree completely. Basically, I did what I was going to do anyway. Just renew your testimony. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atmey cannot be so easily discombobulated. Oh, I'm proud of myself for saying that correctly. I always fail when saying that. I'm not going to try to say that again. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. I didn't expect him to end it with that. That's all she wrote. That doesn't seem like something he'd say. Oh well. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled. so to speak. Huh, well, that's certainly understandable. I, myself, always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That cannot be good. The only way he can tell what's going on is through the arguments. It all makes sense now. Alright, what do we got here? So why did you look away from the door anyway?